been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? Boy, that's a good question right there for you. I don't know when it'll be, but it'll certainly happen some point in time, I'm sure. But anyway, When Will I Be Loved by the Everly Brothers, Linda Ronstadt. Depending on which version you remember. Vince Gill actually has a version of that out. Probably some other people, but that's kind of the... I remember it from Linda Ronstadt. I'd forgotten Everly Brothers did it, actually. And so I had to look up their version. And of course, Vince Gill did one a few years ago as well. And so I'm going to show you all three. I'm not going to go through all the chords for each one, but I'll tell you what they are and show you kind of what they're doing. I did a cover on it, and I did it in a different key than any of those guys did it in. So anyway, just depends on kind of your vocals and where you're at there. So anyway, my name's Keith Williams with Fretmore Guitar Lessons. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. We're going to do a little fretting on this When Will I Be Loved song by whoever it's by. A lot of people. Anyway, so the Everly Brothers, okay, their version, well, of course, like I said, I grew up listening to Linda Ronstadt's version. And she was, prettier to look at as far as I was concerned. So, and then, because like I say, I was the version I was used to. But man, I love her version of it. And she does it in E, which is really cool when you do that. Got that real. So you slide on the. You got the fourth and fifth strings there, but then you got to put your finger on that third string when you come on over to the second fret. Come into that E chord. So that's how they're doing that. And she does an E, okay? And so that may be the key for you. I did it in A just now. And so I'm just sliding on the third and fourth string from the first fret. I'll show you kind of a little closer here what I'm doing. But third and fourth string. Okay? Like I say, she's doing it on the E. Then you got to put that finger on the, you want to get that on the third string right when you slide over. Okay. Vince Gill did it in D. Okay. So he did in D, and which is pretty, you sing it in, where he's singing it's pretty high. I've been cheated. Okay. So it's pretty high. So he does it in D. So Vince does it in D, G, and A. Okay. Linda Ronstadt does it in A, B7, and the Everly Brothers actually do it in B. So that would be capoed up 2, and I'll show you that. Just you capo up 2 frets and play it in that same position, that A position, and that's the Everly Brothers key that they do it in. It's B. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to show it to you in A today, just because I can sing it a little better. And if you want to move it down to A, you can do that. I'm showing you all the slides so you know how to do it in E, in A, or in D. So on D, I'm strumming. I'm getting that fourth and third string there. That's all I'm hitting on that. Okay. And the E, just the fifth, fourth, and then the third. We're kind of getting the third. I'm not really hitting the third, I don't think, but I'm making sure I'm getting my finger on that third. Kind of gets that, even though I'm not really hitting the third string, you're hearing it kind of doing a hammer on it. So anyway, and then on the A, just doing the third and fourth. Okay, on that one. So anyway, we're going to do the A today. So first part of it, I've been cheated. We're not going through the chords on that part, okay? So it's just... So like I say, we're A, D, and E. I'll show you those chords. I say I'm playing this A with my flat part of my index finger, getting the third and fourth, and then the B string out of the second string with my second finger. Strumming 5, coming down here to the D, still in the second fret. We got the third string, the first string, and then the second string on the third fret, which is the B string. Okay, strumming 4, and then we come up to the E. Got the third string, first fret. Fifth and fourth on the second fret, strumming 6, okay? And that's all the chords, all right? So the first part, we don't really go through the chords. We're kind of just doing that a cappella, just the vocals and doing this. I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? I think he goes, yeah. she, he, all of them, whatever, go through. They go through the chords at that point, because I've been cheated is actually changing chords, but we're just not doing that at the beginning. Okay. When will I be loved? And then it goes through the chords again, D and G, or D and G. Whew, man, I messed up today. D and E. All right. You can turn this off and go watch somebody else if you want to. I don't care. But you may need to if you want to learn the song. But anyway, so when will I be loved? I've been, and then it goes into the second verse. Okay. So there's really just really three verses and then sort of a chorus, which the chorus doesn't even say the name of the song. But it changes up, so I'm assuming they're calling that the chorus because it kind of changes up a little bit. It could be a bridge too. I mean, I'm not sure what they actually call it, but anyway, they do that a couple of times. So I figure it's kind of more of the chorus, even though, like I said, it doesn't say the name of the song, which is kind of different. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You know, it's a good song, and it's. It doesn't have to go by any, kind of rules or anything like that. So a lot of good songs don't, so that's okay. All right, so we really don't do the slide anymore except in the beginning. That's the only time I think that any of them's doing that. And even Everly Brothers, it's not as prominent, I don't think. I mean, they're doing something in the beginning, but it's not as out front like Linda Ronstadt's is, and I think Vince as well. So, but anyway, so the second verse is, I've been pushed down, I've been pushed round, when will I be loved? Okay, and I think as I did that, I'm not sure it goes through the chords that second time. I think it just stays there. And we go into the chorus there, okay? It doesn't go through the chords there because it kind of feels a little awkward coming back into that chorus doing it that way. So we'll just go right into the chorus now. When I find, and of course, Everly Brothers and Vince, when I find a new girl that I want for mine, she always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. Of course, Linda Ronstadt changes that to he. And but we're gonna sing the she part. And like I say, the reason I'm doing it A is mostly for my vocals. Even though B is not a whole lot higher, but it is somewhat higher. So you just pick whichever key you want to do it in. And the main thing that you have to be careful is you want to get something that you can do that. And A, D, and E seems to be the best ones I've found to actually do that little slide there. So all right, here's the chorus. When I find a new girl, it's just D and E that I want for mine. She always breaks my heart in two. Happens every time. Okay, and then goes into the third verse and last verse. Okay, and then we'll jump into this. I've been made blue. I've been lied to. When will I be loved? Okay. I've been made blue. I've been lied to. When will I be loved? Now, I think there's a lead part right there. I think that's where it is after that third verse and before the last chorus. And they do a little lead part. Every one of them's a little different. So you could just run through the chords if you wanted to. To break in there, you could just run through the chords and do it that way. But we're gonna just we'll leave that part out and just, like I say, just jump into the chorus again. And so and then we're going to end it out. And what they do is they repeat the they go back. I'm sorry, they do the chorus again. That when I find a new girl, and then they go to I've been cheated again toward the end. That's how they end it. Okay, so. I'll go ahead and do it. I was going to skip it, but we'll do it. When I find a new girl that I want for mine, she always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. I've been cheated. Now you could do this this different ways. Let me give you some options here. You can keep up the rhythm there, you know, or you could do it kind of like they do it in the beginning, and do the, you know, back to the I've been cheated, you know, and still only run through the chords that time. Or you could do it just like the beginning and just stay in that A. Or like I say, you could kind of just keep the flow going like they do on that, and just sing it, you know, kind of revved up there. Okay. I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? Tell me, when will I be loved? One more time. Tell me, when will I be? Then they go back to the D here instead of going. Typically, you go back to the one chord, the A. Be loved. Okay, so it goes back to the D. So if you were in E, it would go back to the A. Okay, and D, you'd go back to the G. Okay, so that kind of gives you, kind of changes it up at the end. It's kind of a cool way to do that. A lot of songs do that. They'll go to that the 4 chord there. So, like I said, few ways you can end that as far as that last verse, you know, do that part again, or just keep the rhythm going, whatever way you want to do it. But anyway, a great song, fun song to play, whether you do Linda's version or the Everly Brothers or Vince or whoever else has done this. I'm sure a lot of people. But anyway, I hope you have fun with it. Appreciate y'all tuning in to Fretmore Guitar Lessons. Again, my name's Keith Williams. Be sure to subscribe to us if you would. Give us a thumbs up on this one. Check out the link down below, or links, excuse me. All kinds of things down there. They'll take you somewhere, hopefully somewhere you want to go. And check out some of our products and this and that down there. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks.